another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin, even though starters are important, those great sixth men have been the key to so many championship teams. Think about the likes of Andre Iguodala, Manu Ginobili, Lamar Odom. And still, with some, there's a stigma to coming off the bench. Iguodala said it's ingrained early, but in particular, he said, in the NBA, it's I need to get paid like a starter. And guys, that's a sacrifice that not many are willing to line up for.
David Aldridge, thank you. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me harken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then there's Batum, and it's Jackson in at the one. And that one's good. Ayton.
Well, Devin Booker is known as a scorer, but this guy will find you if you're open.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. And here's Morris for three. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Ayton scored the basket, his second of two attempts.
Well, you want to see DeAndre Ayton seek out the contact on the interior. Boy, he's a big-time talent.
Jackson dishes to George. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. On offense, here are the Suns. Point game. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
And here's Leonard. After Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Paul outside. Floats one. Chalk up two there.
And early on, they look great. They've made all four of their shots to start this game.
For the Clippers, it's been a slow start here. Now here's Jackson. To the paint, looking to end the run, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
To the middle. Here's
You got to be kidding. Go ahead, Mr. Ayton. How about that finish?
Passes it to George. On the wing, Morris. Back to George. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Now, here's George. Outside Jackson. Down low. Here's Leonard, and the shot goes in.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Jackson against Paul. Booker outside. Here's Ayton. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Jackson passes to George. Now, here is Morris. Kicks it to Jackson. 6 to shoot. From outside, off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the shot goes down.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great play.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Pass to Booker. Inside. And there's Sharch on the assist by Booker.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The pass to Leonard. Now, here's Kennard. Defended by Booker. Bucket is good.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Payne passes to Ayton. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. To the inside. Sharch finds Ayton. A second chance effort. That misses off the backboard. Clippers trailed by 12. Oh, Leonard in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Booker outside. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Payne. Dishes to Sharch. Down low. Here's Ayton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I'll tell you, this guy already a double-double threat nightly, and DeAndre Ayton's ceiling is still high. Now, he's got to go ahead and reach those expectations by putting in the work.
Free throw drops for Ayton. Ayton hits them both. Pass to Kennard. Offside Rondo. Up and in on the layup.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
DeAndre Ayton, he has been the guy making things happen for the Phoenix Suns. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're wondering whether players watch the standings, check out this clip from Chris Paul.
One thing we have to do is stop comparing ourselves to last year. Early in the year, we was doing that every couple games. We was like, man, our record was here, this was that. And teams change, your games have to change.
You know, Greg, he makes a great point. Even when you have mostly the same guys, every season is different.
And if you're a coach, it'll give you gray hairs trying to preach that to your players. Many guys don't believe it until they're in it and then have to dig themselves out of a hole.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Suns, we've got Johnson. Payne out there with Devin Booker. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Craig in at the 3. Morris against Johnson. Morris passes to Mann. And he banks in the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Suns leading by 7. To the wing right side. Here's Ayton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, you think back to DeAndre Ayton's college career, he demonstrated three-point range. And while he's eager to show that in the NBA, the Suns want him to attack the rim.
For Phoenix, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. First one falls for him.
And Monty Williams said, offensively, Ayton's got to be 80% beast, 20% shooter.
The reason they say that, Greg, is they want him to exploit the elite physical tools he brings to the game. If he can draw more fouls, he can get to the free throw line. And he's such a good shooter there, it only makes sense.
Fast break, here come the Suns. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Cans it from downtown. Paul's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, Chris Paul is such a hard guard. You've got to contest 3 because of his ability to drive. Like, what do you do if you're a defender? You are in a problematic situation.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Clippers trail by 12. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Jackson from long range. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now Bridges. No points in the game yet for him. Yep, that one goes in there. Ayton's got the lead up to 14 now for Phoenix.
Well, the offensive game will round into shape over time, and it's absolutely critical that DeAndre Ayton look to score as much as possible.
And George gets it to go.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
In the corner, it's Bridges. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 4 assists in the game. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Morris kicks to Kennard. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Jackson, that's good.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Booker the pass to Ayton. Paul outside. Ayton trying to break free. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 9.
Man, Chris Paul's ability with traffic, with bodies around him to keep his focus and score it, that is special.
Now here's Jackson. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut back down to 12 as they get that one from Kennard.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in, and Phoenix also making a switch. Saric checked in for 8. The shot's good from Paul.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. On the wing, Morris. Shoots over Crowder. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Morris has got his second basket. Phoenix leading by 13. Booker looking around. Paul passes to Saric. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, because of his size and length, Dario Saric so comfortable on the interior.
Booker against George. Releases. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. George has got 6 points in the quarter. To the paint. Here's Saric. Good. A nice assist from Booker. And the Suns lead by 15.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Jackson against Paul. And stolen by Booker. Over George. No good from Booker.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Batum dishes to Jackson. A 3 from Morris. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. So for the Suns, Johnson, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. Torrey Craig comes in for Bridges. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Booker. Suns leading by 15. Paul outside. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Paul's got 14 points.
Well, the mid-range is always a good option for Chris Paul.
And so it's Phoenix out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. DeAndre Ayton was on fire in the first half. He had 16 points. Such a tremendous floor leader CP3 has been. And that's going to do it for us here.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Batum is out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jackson, and it's George in at the shooting guard. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Here's Paul. Softly drops in the floater. He's got 16.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Well, at 6'9" with good athleticism, dunking not a problem for Mr. Morris. Give him some space, and he makes you pay.
Passes to Booker. Lets it go with the three. He's off on that one.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over. Man, such an easy release for Devin Booker. Doesn't have to elevate that much to get that shot off.
And what that means, Greg, is that smooth stroke translates into the three-point shootout. Booker with the all-time record, 28 points in a round. That leads to a victory in 2018 in that contest. That was special. This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
To the middle. Bridges with the steal. And they're running. Paul, no one around him. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Paul's got 5 points in the quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Rondo against Paul. Puts it up from 17. The shot by Rondo is no good. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Shoots over Leonard. Tries again. The shot off that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Zubac's the best man. Here's Rondo. Over Ayton. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And, you know, he's proven to be capable at sinking that mid-range jump shot. Rondo has to be respected from that part of the floor.
Timeout call, the Suns. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Kennard, the pass to Leonard. Rejected by Crowder.
Well, Crowder known for his defense, and you love to see him get high for these rejections.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic, struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. But the league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Now, sports is a microcosm of society as a whole, and we all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, DA. Rondo against Paul. Steps back and shoots. And it goes down 2 points. Rondo's got 4 points this quarter.
And when he's knocking down these shots, it makes this team super dangerous. You got to respect the touch there by Rondo.
Ayton lays it up and banks it in. Ayton's got 22.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Kennard against Booker. Kennard's shot is off.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Chris Paul not only has a great handle, but man, his footwork is so good.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri, had played pro ball, started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Batum comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's George in for Luke Kennard. And for the Suns, Sharge checked in for Crowder. Johnson comes in for Bridges. And it's Payne in for Paul. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Inside. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Sharge. Johnson's got his first bucket in this one. And we know the story. Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skills.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
Ayton finds Payne, drops in the layup for 2.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Booker against Rondo. Here's George. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
This is a case where it's just the pure strength of Paul George, able to fight through contact so well on these shots.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. To the paint, here's Ayton. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. 41 seconds left to play in the third. Tips it up.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
And here are the Suns now. Sharge outside. Three-pointer. Sinks the triple. Sharge has got 9 points.
Such a problem when Saric is knocking down the three. It helps space the floor for his teammates. You've got to guard him there.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Rondo, good. And here are the Suns now. Booker outside. 4 seconds left. Misses at the rim.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. They've got Saric. Carter out there with Payne. Then it's Johnson, and it's Craig in at the small forward. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Payne looking around. Saric, that's good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Beverly, the pass to Morris. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Well, that's just stellar concentration from the talented forward. Marcus Morris effective at keeping his balance on these tough finishes.
A nice shot by Carter. The Clippers shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. To the inside. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got his 5th assist in this one. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Here's Craig. That one goes in. Craig's got his first 2 points.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Pass to Cousins. Over Saric. Cousins, no good. Phoenix has gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The feed to Payne. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
Beverly with the ball. Working on Payne, and that one's good. Beverly.
Patrick Beverly on the inside. Okay, we see you.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Up again. It's good on the putback.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Down low. Here's Patterson. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Saric. Suns have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the 4th so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Craig can't get it to go. Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Jackson finds Patterson.
Well, as soon as you recognize the size mismatch, you have to attack.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Carter against Jackson. Now here's Payne. Not a lot of room. The pass to Saric. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. And that one, good. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Beverly dishes to Morris. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul. So for the Suns, Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Saric. Langston Galloway comes in for Johnson. And Moore subbed in for Cameron Payne. Carter down low. Defended by Beverly. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Rondo with the ball. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. 1:53 left to play in the final quarter. And here is Kaminsky. Count that one.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
The Clippers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Here's Rondo, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And like the physicality he brings to the floor, outstanding at drawing fouls while shooting.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Moore with it.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Suns.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for DeAndre Ayton.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Moore passes to Galloway.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Here's Moore, and that one is stuffed right through.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Galloway taking his time here. Here's Craig. No good off the front iron. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. He feeds it to Cousins. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Boy, aggressive move by DeMarcus Cousins. He'll dish out more punishment than he receives, that's for sure.
Now here's Moore. So it's the Suns winning easily here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much with Chris Paul. Chris, a very convincing win, and that doesn't happen often in this league. So what do you take from this?
You know, one thing that our coaching staff keeps stressing to us every night is that it's about us. You know, so regardless of score, we got to continue to try to get better because we impose our will on the defensive end. The sky's the limit.
Well, the focus was there tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in.